Hello people, welcome to another video. So first off, I actually did do this a few days ago, but kind of didn't really do the best job at it, so I realized, figured, you know what, I'll just delete it and remake it. So this is pretty much the remake, but better. So, starting off in the book of Matthew, chapter 7, verses 21 through 23. It says, "Not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, shall enter the kingdom of heaven, but he who does the will of my Father in heaven. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in your name, cast out demons in your name, and done many wonders in your name? And then I will declare to them, I never knew you. Depart from me, depart from me, you who practice lawlessness." People can trick others into believing that they are Christians, but the way they live definitely proves otherwise. They may be on like drugs or alcohol or sexual stuff that God clearly says we need to get a hold on, control, or really false theology or anything really. Anything they can do, they do pretty much anything to make it look like, oh, we're good, yeah, we do, we're okay. But their hearts aren't changed, and they just want to keep living for themselves pretty much. And we read elsewhere in the Bible, in Revelation, about a church in a town called Laodicea. We read about them in Revelation chapter 3, verses 14 through 22. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but the church of Laodicea was, we know them as the lukewarm church. John, the Apostle John, wrote 7 letters, one to each church, and he saved the last one for Laodicea. They were a church that they seemed Christian, but they were, in other areas, they really weren't following God. In other words, they were lukewarm, neither hot nor cold. And God was so disgusted with their lukewarmness. He says in Revelation chapter 3, verses 15, 16, "I know your works, that you're neither cold nor hot. I could wish you were cold or hot. So then, because you are lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will vomit you out of my mouth." And it sounds a lot like a lot of Christians today. Not the entire church, thank the Lord for that, but a lot of Christians, especially here in America, like, definitely lukewarm. They go to church, they go to worship God, and yet the rest of the week is just doing whatever, pretty much. Look good to others, but just not really caring a whole lot for spiritual matters. And to be honest, this was me for the longest time. Growing up, oh yeah, sure, went to church and everything, but me, oh, I was way too focused on chasing goals and stuff. And that eventually led me down a path of looking at stuff on the internet that I shouldn't. You probably know what I'm talking about. And growing up, it was rough. Oh, sure, I looked good on the outside, but I was pretty much a stalker when it came to girls and just was hardly in my Bible, was hardly focusing on spiritual matters outside church, and just didn't really care. And then when COVID hit, and I'm going to say after COVID hit and all the lockdown stuff, everything got back to normal after that. We had some changes in our lives, and I mean, who didn't during COVID, to be honest. And the biggest thing to me was it definitely kept me away from the girls, because we weren't around them. And while my spiritual growth was still weak, I definitely matured when it came to girls, that's for sure. And these past few months, several months after sharing the gospel with you guys, making these videos, that's definitely helped me grow more spiritually, to focus on serving Christ and reading my Bible and prayer. Definitely been prayer. I'm not trying to brag or anything, but growing up, I was definitely not living for Christ the way I should, and nowadays I'm so glad I am. There's still moments where I slip up and fall, but hey, gotta stay focused on Jesus. Keep your eyes focused ahead and not look back. And I don't miss any of it. And if there's anything I hope you guys learn from this, I hope, is that being a lukewarm Christian gets you pretty much nowhere with God. Oh, sure, it may look good and all, but God is not looking for lukewarm Christians. He's not looking for fans. He wants followers. People who put their hope, faith, and trust in Him and are willing to follow Him, no matter what. It takes a lot of discipline, spiritual discipline. But in the end, it is totally worth it. Folks, thank you for joining this video. I will see you all for the next one. Take care.